Hey guys, sorry, I forgot to mute my mic. So I was just sat here going like this. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't realize you guys could hear me. And it was only when I went to listen to a voice note, I was like, oh, let me check if I've muted my mic. And I was like, oh, I haven't. That would have been really bad. To be fair, the voice note actually wasn't bad. Also, if you can hear squeaking, I'm wearing leather trousers. So she do be squeaking. Guys, the song is out. Go put on your suit and tie. Make yourself look perfect for our last goodbye. Ooh. Yeah. Fear. She's been playing all night. Love to see it. Yeah, guys. Squeaky trousers. Yeah. I'm also excited because Leanne's album's out today and I'm going to listen to it on the way. I'm going somewhere today, so I'm going to listen to it on the way and I'm buzzing. I'm going to turn it right up. Ooh, ooh, you know. The music video. Oh, you guys are getting fed with this music video. So you're going to get a music video. Obs. You're going to get an official behind the scenes. And you're going to get a vlog of me and G making the music video, like a vlog of the day and like how we, like us coming up with the ideas and like talking to each other and like fun. So yeah, you're getting both. Will never see me cry is a lyric in the song, by the way. Look, I didn't say I was perfect. Sometimes we lie. It's out 4 p.m. UK time, so everyone will get it at the same time. Do you know what? It's the YouTube premiere's up, so I will put the link. Talia, my suit and tie. La, 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 la. Suit and tie. There we go. Here it is. Yeah, this is the music video premiere page. So get it up, get it ready. And we can, yeah. Okay. Yeah. 6 hours to go, 4 p.m. Fear. Oh, interesting. Oh God. Guys, I'm overwhelmed. Guys, I'm overwhelmed. Ah! Also, my tongue is turning the colour of coffee, which is not good. Okay. I simply need the lyrics so I can scream the whole song at the top of my lungs. So the lyrics are in this. The music video here. The lyrics are in the description of that. If that helps. You know? Elephant poo coffee will be coming in a vlog. Haven't tried it yet, but I have to wait for my sister because she loves coffee. Simon won't try it. Well, he would try it, but like he doesn't like coffee, so like no point. Jelly and I love coffee. Toaster still in the box, guys. Still in the box. Annoying. How do I have my coffee? It's literally just an Americano. I just have plain black coffee, no sugar, no milk. I came to realize that fun coffee is not for me. A mocha, when I'm out, I can do a mocha because it's kind of just like a, you know how like you have like a dirty martini, you have like a dirty soda. That to me is like a dirty coffee where it's like you add, not dirty coffee. It's like a dirty hot chocolate because I don't really like hot chocolate. So adding in the coffee, I'm like, okay, it adds that to me is like my version of a hot chocolate is a mocha. But I've tried so many times to enjoy an iced coffee with like syrup, and like when I say so many times, I'm talking like daily, every single day. I've had a coffee machine for 6 years. And in those 6 years, I have tried so many times to like fun coffee, and I just don't. I just don't. Like, can't get on board with it. So I have really boring coffee, which is really underwhelming. But alas, I am who I am. See, like an iced caramel latte sounds so good, and then I drink it. I take a sip and I find it like vile. Like not even like it's okay. I can't drink it. Do you add syrup when you make matcha? Depends. Depends on my mood. Hot matcha, absolutely not. Like, no syrup. No. Iced matcha, I can do a vanilla. But I can also drink it plain. Yeah. It does taste like grass. I don't disagree, but I don't dislike that. Soph was saying this to me, like Soph does life, Sophie. We were talking about matcha and she was like, I'm convinced no one likes it. She was like, it tastes like grass. How do you not taste that? And I was saying to her, I was like, no, I don't, like, it does taste like grass, but I like the flavour of grass. Like, I like that. It's not that it tastes different to me. I just enjoy that flavour. You know? Like, it tastes dirty. I hear it, but I'm not mad at it. You know? No, we're not. We live at 4 p.m. I'm streaming it until maybe like 12:30-ish. You do eat spinach out the bag. Yeah, this is true. I do that. Grass alcoholic drink then. Oh, what's that? I didn't try an iced chocolate. I don't think I've ever had an iced chocolate. I think I've had an iced mocha. I do enjoy a mocha. I just can't make them. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know if it's because maybe mocha to me is like when I'm out. Like, is this a me thing or is this a thing? There are certain things that I enjoy, like drinks, when I'm out that at home taste disgusting, even if it's the same. Like a rum and coke, for instance, at home, it just doesn't taste right. And it's exactly like, it's the same coke, it's the same rum. Like I only drink, I don't drink anymore, but I only drank Bacardi and a regular coke, a double shot with a slice of lemon. You can't make that wrong. And it's like, it's not that it's disgusting, it's just I don't want this. Like I drink it, I don't want this at home. Like it's not something I want. A mocha, I don't want a mocha at home. Like I think, I realised it wasn't that I was making it wrong. I would try it and go, yeah, this is kind of what it tastes like when I'm out, but I just don't want this right now. Whereas when I'm out, fun, mocha, woo, you know? Still haven't had a Red Bull. Since, when was it? When was it, guys? I do feel like, though, I'm slipping into... No, I'm not. Hang on. Let's talk about that in a sec because it's an important conversation. When did I not have a Red Bull? So I had one then. I think it was the Friday I didn't have one. So today would be a week. I am conscious that, like, I have been prone to restrictive food intake, let's call it that. So I'm conscious that by cutting something out and enjoying the fact I'm cutting it out, I need to also be wary of that. So it's like a really weird thing that you have to think about when you are inclined to do things like that. Because as much as I have an obsessive personality to drink, and that's why I got so into Red Bull and drank it every single day and like, cutting it out religiously is also another obsession. So it's like, what really I need to be able to do is if I want a Red Bull once every few weeks, I can have a Red Bull once every few weeks. I just don't know if I am physically capable of that. Yeah. Which is not ideal, but do you not miss it? Actually nowhere near as much as I thought. I miss the excitement. Like, I miss knowing that it was like, oh, I haven't had my Red Bull yet. That's genuinely like, this is my mummy mug, yeah. Oh, I missed it way more during pregnancy. Because in pregnancy, I didn't know it was my last Red Bull because I didn't know I was pregnant. So like, I drank a Red Bull in the morning. I tested for pregnancy at night, found out I was pregnant and went, right, I can't have another Red Bull. I didn't even get to say goodbye to my Red Bull, you know? I didn't even get to say goodbye to her. Whereas this time, I knew, I was like, okay, this is going to be my last one. I'm not going to have one tomorrow. Enjoy it. It wasn't a choice in pregnancy. Well, it was a choice. I guess I could have drunk it and just said, fuck Junie. But like, yeah. This is actually what Suit and Tie is about. Yeah. Red Bull. Meow. Meow. Like last Tuesday night is when I decided I'm not going to drink Red Bull anymore. I'm going to go to sleep without the TV on. I'm going to get up early. Like, I just decided, like, this is what I'm doing. And the next day I woke up and was like, I just want a Red Bull, because I hadn't decided before my Red Bull that I was stopping it. So again, I was like, no, I need to have my goodbye Red Bull. And then I will do it, you know? But yeah, it's quite sad, to be honest, that I felt the need to do that. But I did, and it was fine. It worked. But yeah, I have been getting up early. Today, I got up a little bit later. I woke up at like maybe just gone 8. Maybe like 20 past 8. Whereas I've been getting up at 7:30 every day. Going to bed, turning the TV off, not falling. Yeah, exactly. I was up late, so I was like, no. Not falling asleep with the TV on, because that was a bad habit. Yeah. All in one. I ditched the Red Bull, and it has made a difference to my tired levels, my tiredness, whatever you want to call it. Not like shit, so it's probably the best. Interesting, Julie. That is interesting. I think I was crashing. It's the sugar. It's not the caffeine, because like I consume caffeine in other ways, and like I could have a matcha, I could have coffee, and like sometimes I was consuming more caffeine outside of Red Bull, but the Red Bull, it's the sugar crash. Like, there's so much sugar in it, plus the caffeine. Like, I just think I wasn't using it in the right way, you know? Couldn't be me. I put longer in my car to fall asleep too. No, I so get it. I'm 29. And I have fallen asleep with the TV since 2020. So it's been 6 years I've been falling asleep with the TV on. I started in lockdown because before that I didn't have a TV. Yeah. I had a TV growing up. When I moved out, I didn't get a TV because I literally don't watch TV. I watch YouTube. It's not that I don't have like, what's it called? I'm so much better than everyone else. I don't watch TV. No, I just watch things that aren't on TV. Now I do more so. I watch a lot of documentaries on Netflix, but when I first moved out, I literally was like, there is no point me buying a TV because the only thing that I consume is I either play games, like if I want to do something outside of music or work or whatever, I would play games, I would watch Twitch or watch YouTube. Like, I was like, I literally don't need a TV. And the reason I ended up buying a TV is because my apartment just looked weird without it. It just looked odd. So then I bought a TV for my living room and then I just never used it because it was literally just like it was just to be there. No, I never used to watch YouTube on the TV, like ever. I barely watched it on my PC either. I would literally just watch it on my phone. And then just before lockdown hit, luckily, is when I got a TV for my bedroom. And I hadn't had a TV in my bedroom since I was like... I had a TV in one of my bedrooms growing up from the ages of... When did we live there? For maybe 3 years, I had a TV in my room. So it's just not normal. Like the idea of that just wasn't massively normal to me. And then Simon had a TV in his room, so I started getting used to the idea of watching TV in bed. And then I was like, why don't I just do this at mine? That means then when we stay at my like apartment, we can then watch TV in bed. And then once that started, the habit was there. So we've kicked that now. We watch one episode, TV off, sleepy sleep. Yeah, I honestly don't recommend a TV in the bedroom. I actually think maybe there's a world where we get rid of it. Simon would actually, if I went in and said, Simon, I've got an idea. What if we just don't have a TV in our bedroom? He'd be like, can you fuck right off? But actually, like, maybe we don't need a TV in our bedroom. It's hard to break a habit when there's 2 people involved. To be honest, Simon's so easygoing. Like when I said, I kind of want to start falling asleep without the TV on, he literally went, okay, I'll just turn the TV off then. I was like, oh, I thought there'd be some pushback. I thought you'd be like, no, I'm so used to it. You can sleep in another room. I told you, like, you can fuck right off. Yeah, he was just like, okay, we'll just watch an episode and then turn it off. Like, Simon doesn't really, like, he's not... Simon, you're a good sleeper. Like, he can fall asleep in most scenarios. I actually think I'd be okay with that. I think I'd be so down for no TV in the bedroom. But then did you have a TV in your room growing up, Simon? I feel like no. It takes me about 5 working days to fall asleep in bed. Yeah, that's so annoying. That's not good. I do fall asleep quicker without the TV on. This mug does say mummy. Mummy. Oh, I spilled coffee all over it apparently. I can hear Julie squealing. Best documentary you've watched? What, recently or ever? I had a tiny TV in my room when I got to 15. Okay. I was like, so my question was going to be, have you had a TV in your room longer than you haven't? And the answer now is yes. Whereas I still, like I said, I had those couple of years when I was about, how old was I when we lived there? I don't know, 13, 14, where I had, literally a tiny TV. And then didn't have one. And then only got a TV in my room it was during, like, just before lockdown hit. So for maybe like 9 years of my life, 8 years of my life, I've had a TV in my bedroom. So I'm still actually, like, mentally, I'm like, actually, it's not crazy, the idea of not. Simon's probably freaking out in the other room. No, we have to have a TV, Talia. Do not go down this rabbit hole. Yeah, I used to not be able to sleep without noise. Well, yeah, that was what started it for me, because I'm such a light sleeper. So if I fall asleep in silence and noise happens, I wake up. If I fall asleep during noise and noise happens, I'm less likely to wake up because it's a constant. But actually, I find that isn't the case. I am waking up and I'm struggling to get back to sleep without even realising. Have you ever listened to white noise to fall asleep? Yes. Like when we had Junie in our room, she had white noise. So like I would hear, obviously. And do you know what? Not even white noise. We played womb noises, like the foom, foom, foom that you hear in like an ultrasound. Love it. Love it. That, 10 out of 10. Really enjoyed that. Yeah. I just think as a 29-year-old, I probably shouldn't need womb noises to fall asleep. So we didn't keep that on. But I did really, it was very comforting. It was. I'm 35. It's great. I respect it. I think if it was white noise, fine. But it's specifically, I like the womb noise, not the white noise. So good. Reading before you go to bed is generally the best hack. I'm just not, like, every now and again I read and I go through a phase of reading a bit. But like, I'm just not, at my core, I'm not a reader. At the base of it, I'm not a reader. What do you like to read when you do? I like romance, kind of. I don't like thriller. I don't like, I mean, literally only romance. That's basically it. But even then, I'm just like, gets to the point where they start icking me out during the book, and I'm like, like, no, you trust me. I've read the good books. I just don't care. I just don't care. I'm not massively into nonfiction anyway. So like, there's a lot of movies I struggle to watch because I just don't care. You know? I'd rather watch a vlog. Encyclopedia. Well, this is why growing up, it's a running joke in my family, but it is true. I would sit and I would read the thesaurus or the dictionary. I'd literally just, that's what I would take to bed as a child. As in, I'm talking like 7 years old. I would sit in bed and I would just read the dictionary. Because I was like, this is fascinating. I'm learning words. It's interesting. Like, I was obsessed with like etymology and like learning the origin of words. And I was obsessed. So I think it's a me issue. Yeah, I should have been diagnosed a lot sooner than I was, let's be real. Grains of rice, oh bless you. The signs were there. The song where it makes sense. Yeah. Oh, so you know all the words. I wish. No, I did not finish Akatar. I read maybe a chapter. Again, that's what I mean. Like, whenever I pick up a book to read, I literally go, I go, okay, right, we're going to read. And I open the book and my first thought is, I could be doing anything with my time right now. Why am I choosing to do this? I don't want to do this. I literally don't want to do this. And it's not like when you're cleaning, Simon, before you comment, when you're like cleaning or cooking or something that you might not want to do, but it's a task that has a direct reason that you need to do it. It's like, why am I doing this? I could be doing anything else right now. Yeah, you're bored, okay, but you have to get it done. I don't have to get reading done. So I'm like, I could just do something else that I actually enjoy in this time that's just meant to be enjoyable. You know? So I'm like, I would rather watch a vlog. I'd rather play a game. I'd rather scroll on TikTok. Do you have an internal monologue? My hub doesn't. It's fascinating. So he doesn't read. My hub. Oh, that's why he doesn't read. Yes, I do. I speak constantly in my brain. He can't imagine anything. Oh, what's that? Aphasia? What's it called? I think it's aphasia. Yeah, aphasia, the inability or impaired ability to understand or produce. Oh, no, that's something else. What's it called? It's called the inability to imagine. Aphantasia. That's what it's called. Yeah. Aphasia is the inability to produce words. Anyway, yeah, that I find fascinating. Because, like, I can picture in my head as clear as the things in front of me. The idea that, like, someone closes their eyes and it's just nothing is mind-boggling to me. Oh, hyperaphantasia. What? I've had it before where I've had my eyes, I'm not sure if my eyes are open or closed, where I've started like lucid dreaming. And then because I'm picturing the room that I'm in, and then I realize my eyes are closed and I'm like, oh, I thought I was fully awake there. Like I thought I was just staring into this room, but I'm not. Like I have completely imagined this. I used to do it a lot when I was a teenager. I don't do it that much anymore. Mine's eyes closed. Oh. Hang on. Hyperaphantasia is low-key what I'm talking about. Exceptionally vivid photorealistic mental imagery. Does that mean like low-key an eidetic memory? Often, because I don't have an eidetic memory. Often described as seeing with the mind's eye as clearly as real life. That's how I feel. But this seems to be quite rare. So I feel like this can't be me. But I don't have an eidetic memory. I don't have like a photographic memory. Like that's not me. Oh, crap. Oh, why is this not working? Okay. Yeah, it says in 2.5 to 6% of the population. That is actually not that rare. That's not that rare. I thought it was rare. It says a rare neurocognitive phenomenon. I thought it was going to be like not potentially 6 in 100 people. That's a lot. Okay, so it could actually be that. Oh, that's fascinating. Something I also have, it's not saying this here, so that it's something separate, is, and I've spoken about this before, I don't know if I spoke about it on stream, I think I've just been doing it recently, maybe Simon, I don't know. But sometimes when I close my eyes, I feel an emotion of the room I'm in expanding and me pulling back. And then I picture the room that I'm in, but in a different perspective to what I'm actually experiencing it. Does that make any sense? So like when it normally happens every time I close my eyes. So I close my eyes and it literally feels like almost like when I'm awake, it feels like a camera pulling back. This is the best way to describe. I go like this and my whole vision pulls back and I'm still sat in this room, but I'm so far away from everything. And it's the perspective, like an image has changed, like kind of like zooming out, but it's also warped the perspective. It's not that I'm just further out. I'm also like, it's really difficult to describe it. Like it's kind of fanned out from me like this. Not third person though, because I can't see me. It's still me. Like it is slightly distorted, but it's distorted in the correct way that it would be had I pulled the image out, if that makes sense. Like a 0.5 perspective, yes, but more. Yeah. You're a little odd. Literally. So and it happens not every time, but almost every time I close my eyes. Like I feel a sense of literally like that as soon as my eyes close. Not when I'm going to sleep. Like it sometimes happens when I go to sleep, but it's not common when I'm asleep. It's normally in the middle of the day. If I go like this, the whole room just goes. Is that odd? I feel like, yeah. Have you ever had dissociation? Because it's kind of what it's like with your eyes open. I have, but I didn't experience it like that, to be fair. I wouldn't say I definitely can dissociate, but I'm not a dissociative person particularly. You know? Well, I mean, that is what it is, Sarah. Neurodivergency is different wiring. Things connect differently, process information differently. That's literally what it is, you know? We all stream the hell out of Suit and Tie, right? Yes, Nav. Yeah. But yeah, it's third person derangement syndrome. No, it's not. Not for me. I'm not in third person. Let me Google it. Third person derangement. I don't think so. No, this is so different. No, this is so different. This is where... No. This is... yeah. This is interesting. This is slightly DID-esque. Basically, when you're in a high-stress situation, you feel like there's a third party giving you advice. This is fascinating, though. So you have split consciousness to handle the extreme fear or stress. Yeah, no. Mine is literally just, I just close my eyes and the room just changes perspective around me. But because I have got such a vivid imagination, third eye, whatever you want to call it, it literally, like, the room just, it's like I'm just in a different room. Do you feel your stomach drop? No, I have no, like, it's not scary, it's not happy, it's not sad, it just happens. Like, it's just like, oh, yeah, literally, like I'm just changing my field of view. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, United. My voice, Leona. It's me. Yeah, it's not, it's just, everything just goes whoop when I go, okay. I'm so used, it's been like this since the day that I set foot on this planet. Isn't that Alice in Wonderland syndrome? Alice in Wonderland syndrome. Interesting. I don't think so, because it's this. So, Alice in Wonderland syndrome is a rare neurological disorder that causes temporary distorted perceptions of size, distance, and body image. That implies it's when you're consciously looking at something that you think something is a different size to what it is. Mine isn't, like, mine's just when I'm closing my eyes. It's just, oh, and then it's back. Hey, back. Like, I don't feel like I'm actually smaller. Like, my brain just goes, quick, make everything. And it feels like everything's really far away from me. And I get it worse in certain rooms. In our kitchen, every time I close my eyes, I get it. Really bizarre. Not third person shift. I still don't think it will be this, because I'm not in third person. Syndrome, maybe? Syndrome. Yeah, no. Yeah, this is depersonalization. Like, I don't feel like I'm watching myself. I don't feel like I'm having an out-of-body experience. I'm literally just changing my FOV. That is literally the best way to describe it. Do people's dilate? They'll have to dilate because I'm closing my eyes. Like, it's not when I'm in the room. It's not when I'm looking. It's when I'm closed. It's almost like my brain's just misremembering what the room looks like, but feeding it back to me quite vividly. You know? You get déjà vu. Oh. Yeah, it's not like a bad thing. It's just something that my brain does for some reason. No? I'm not mad at it. It's just quite interesting, because I'm like, I feel like not men. Does it feel like you're moving though? It doesn't feel like I'm moving, but it doesn't not feel like moving. It's literally the exact same feeling that you get, you know, when you watch a film and they pull back the camera to reveal more, but it like, vroom, falls. It doesn't just move back, it pulls back and the perspective shifts. But it's from first person, yeah. Like a never-ending room, kind of, yeah. Literally, like, it just changes from that to a wide lens. I'll see if I can find it in a film or something. And then it's just, and then I open my eyes and you literally go back in. Yeah. I don't know. Just so kooky, guys. I feel like FOV is the best way to describe it. It's literally just like someone's gone 100 FOV, 50 FOV, 100 FOV, 50 FOV. That's what it feels like. Like, it's not, I don't feel dizzy. I don't feel like nauseous. I don't feel anything other than just like, oh, whoa, that's weird. Mm-hmm. Doesn't happen when I blink. No. Can I control it? Maybe, I don't really know. I don't think so. It's kind of like, no. I think no. It doesn't happen that much in this room. I wonder if it's all the lights. Weird. Exactly, Cam. You know in films when they pull back the camera and they zoom simultaneously, creating the depth effect more? Yes, that's exactly what it is. Uncontrollable FOV syndrome. When there's likely a visual perception disorder known as telopsia. Okay, let's have a look at this. I've honestly never thought about this being a thing. I'm just like, that's just a visual. No, I think, see, that's, again, it's when people's eyes are open. A lot of these things are people experiencing these when they're consciously looking at things. Like, it's a visual perception disorder where objects appear significantly further away than they are. Everything in real life is exactly where it's meant to be. I don't have any depth perception issues. Nothing is smaller than it is. Nothing's bigger. Everything is just as it is. It's when I close my eyes and I imagine where I am without thinking, my brain just automatically pictures the room that I'm in. It pictures it incorrectly. Again, not every time. Phosphenes. Let's try this. No, I do have that though. I feel like everyone has that. Phosphenes are luminous, uniformed visual sensations, flashes, spots or colours perceived in the absence of light, often caused by pressure on the eyes. Yeah, so when you go like this and you get those like colours that pop in your, like, you know, often caused by rubbing eyes, physical impact, retinal issues. Okay, cool. But yeah, does it get bigger all around you? So like you're in the chair, will the whole room get bigger, or is it just in front of you? It's only what I can see. Well, I can't because my eyes are closed, but like I'm picturing what I would be able to see. Like I can't see. It just feels like suddenly, like I close my eyes and everything is really far away from me. I need to find like a clip on YouTube. Lens pull back, but zoom in effect. Let me see if that's got a name. Dolly zoom or the vertigo effect. Right, let's go on YouTube because I want to explain this. Right, dolly zoom. Dolly zoom effect. The thing is, they often do it on people. Thanks, Ams. No, yeah, I don't feel like it's abnormal. Like, it might not be the norm, but I don't feel like it's anything I'm worried about. It's more just interesting, you know? Oh, yeah, it's literally this. I want it to be first person. It's literally this. Okay. This is what happens in my head. Obviously, pretend like he's not here and this is what I'm looking at. This is what I see, but it happens really quickly as soon as I close my eyes. It's not this slow. In fact, let me speed it up. Playback speed 3. It's this. That's what the room goes like that. That's what happens when I close my eyes. The room that I'm in reappears in my head, but it goes like that and it goes away from me. That's what I'm seeing. I always have. And I never thought anything of it until until fairly recently, but I don't know why. Skipping That's a Raven. Mood. It's the That's So Raven syndrome. Yeah, it's so... No, the room... So when I say this, it's because it feels like I'm leaving the... It's... From my perspective, I'm getting further away, but me going like this or them going like this is kind of the same. Like it's going like this, like the perspective is being pulled. It's honestly, it's so like... But it's fine. I guess, does it sometimes make me slightly disoriented? Yeah, but it doesn't, it never feels, it's not like bad. I'm not like, oh my God, this is really, I'm not dissociating at all. I'm very, very hyper aware of where I am, what I'm doing. Like, can you watch it again? Mm-hmm. Should I find a different one? Do you get déjà vu? Right, does anyone... Oh yeah, the Severance dolly zoom. Doesn't work though, because it's that perspective. I guess this is the only one that kind of really shows it properly. Where's it gone? This. Like, that's exactly what happens. And it's a little bit quicker than this. This is on 3 times. Oh, let me try 4 times. Still quicker than that. It's just, you know. What? What's that? See, that's hallucinations though. I don't know if I'm not Oh, interesting. I don't think so, because I'm not transitioning from wake to sleep. In fact, it doesn't often happen when I'm sleeping. It's normally when I'm just in... Do you know what? Let me have my next like month. I'm going to think about it every time it happens and figure out what situations I do it in. Because it happens more often than not. This room though, really, it doesn't happen in very often. I think it's the number of lights. Do you dream much? I would say I remember my dreams most days. Everyone dreams, but I do normally remember them. Yeah. By the time I get to midday, I don't remember a thing if I've not spoken about it. But normally when I wake up, I can recite something that's happened in my dream. Yeah, I'm not worried. It's just interesting. It's just interesting, you know? I never thought about it until I said it to someone and they were like, what the fuck do you mean? And I was like, yeah, like when you close your eyes and the room goes, wow. And they're like, no, that's not a thing. But it is a thing. You know? He goes, wow. Yeah, I thought everyone thought like, not actually, did I? No, it's not that I thought everyone did. I just didn't think anything of it. It was just, that's what happens when I close my eyes. Like, I didn't consider that other people would experience things differently in that sense. And then when I explained it, I was like, oh, I suppose. Yeah. You know? I don't think I can control it. I was trying to do it, but in this room it doesn't really happen, so it's difficult to try and do it in here. I guess if I pitch... If I picture myself in a different room, though, it does happen, and I don't think I can control it. Hang on. This is weird. It's stronger when I'm in the room. But if I put myself in a scenario... Yeah, no, it zooms out. It does the dolly effect. Thanks, I'm glad you like suit and tie. Currently from perceptual distortion, intense immersive visualization, my brain is creating a warped sense of space during a déjà moment of high cognitive focus. There you go. The more you know. I can imagine one room in a different one, but I feel like it's a transition. Like, my brain is creating a transition for me to get to different places, and it's the dolly zoom is the transition it has decided on. It's odd. Yeah, I'm going to talk about it in the vlog and see what comments say. Ninja, lol. You've made me realize that you get deja vu. Oh, oh. Hey, yeah. Love the song so much. Thank you. Yay. It's Olivia Rodrigo's birthday today. That's weird. Just because I'm singing Deja Vu and I haven't sung that song in I don't know how long. Visual expression at eye closure. Good God. So many things. Did you have the weird geometric dreams as a child? When you say the weird, is there something... I often had, like, shapes were a big part of my dreams. But I didn't know this was a thing. Is this a thing? When you say the geometric, what are you talking about? Like, I had a recurring dream about something called the Spot Lady. And she was terrifying. And she was just a circle. But she wasn't human. But in my head, she was human. But she wasn't. She was a circle. Yeah. Sometimes I think maybe I shouldn't speak on the internet because I just sound like I'm a fucking nutcase. So, yeah. 11 out of 10. Oh, thanks, Sam. Oh, thanks, JH. Thank you so much for your resub. Do you remember only the dreams, but also the nightmares? I always remember my nightmares. Well, actually, I guess if I don't remember, I'm not going to know. So, can't answer that. I feel like every time I have a nightmare, I remember it. I feel like surely you can, you have to remember your nightmares because if it's distressing, you wake up distressed. No? Let's unpack that. I have nightmares. I used to get night terrors quite badly. But I have a lot of recurring nightmares, and I think I don't want to talk about them because I know if other people have recurring nightmares, I don't want to trigger my nightmares to become your nightmares because they're not fun. But anyway, if I think about certain things that happen in my nightmares, IRL, it causes like real distress in my body. There's like certain trigger points in my nightmare, like certain characters, certain like things that when I think about them, literally I feel a pit of like fear. Fun. Yeah. Is it just me that can't really see things in the head? I can't picture an apple in my head, so I don't really dream. Yeah, so that's called aphantasia. It's a thing. My cousin Anita has it, and we spoke about it loads because I have very, very vivid picture in my head and she has nothing. And I was like, so wait, but when I was like, it's like when you dream. And she was like, yeah, when I dream, I don't see anything. And I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean? She was like, what do you see? I was like, for me, it's literally like not even like a film. It's like my everyday life. That's why it's really hard to tell whether I'm dreaming or whether it's real, because it literally everything around me, I'm picturing in crystal clear detail. And she was just like, yeah, no, she was like, I was like, is it like an audio book? And she was like, no. She was like, I just know what's happening. I was like, what do you mean you just know what's happening if you can't see it? She was like, my brain knows that I am experiencing this, but like, I can't see it. And I was like, what? Like, it blew my mind. And I think we're both at the extreme ends of the spectrum, because I think for most people they can see, but like it's like an in-between, like they know what's happening because they're getting fed an image, but it's not like crystal clear. It's just, but then I'm like, but if you don't have crystal clear image, how do you know if you're like, do you just always know that you're in a dream? Like, have you never controlled your dream? Have you never got to the point of like, okay, anyone with aphantasia in chat who can't picture things and don't see dreams, they just know it's happening. Have you ever controlled a dream? Have you ever realized you're dreaming and then controlled it? Because I used to do that all the time as a kid. No, because it just happens. No. Yes. So the people that are saying yes, but don't see their dream, how are you controlling it? I just wake up and realize it was a dream. When I do, I wake up. I can't see things when I close my eyes, but I vividly see dreams and control them. Interesting. My mind teacher taught me how. Zero control. It's like real life for me. Sometimes it's like, think about something. Not sure what happens in the dream. I just find the idea of not being able to see your dreams mental. I have controlled my dreams for years. I don't always do it, but like, and every time I say this, it freaks people out. But as a child, I discovered that my dreams are so vivid, so clear, that to find out if I was dreaming, I would go to a mirror. And if my eyes were closed, I was asleep. And if my eyes were open, they were never open because I was always dreaming. But yeah, that's how I would know if I was dreaming. So I'd be like, I think this might be a dream. Like, I think I'm dreaming right now. Let me go to the bathroom and go into a mirror and look at a mirror. And I'd literally be stood there like this. And I'd be stood and I'd be like, oh shit, I am dreaming. Okay, let's go. Let's have some fun. Let's like do something. I know. And it wasn't scary in the dream. It just sounds really creepy because obviously if that happened in real life, you'd be like, what that book? But like, how do you control dream, like the scenarios and everything? Yeah. So like, I remember one specific dream I had. I was at school, like high school, and I was like, I don't remember what it was that triggered me to think this doesn't normally happen. I think this is a dream. So I went to find a mirror and I looked in the mirror. I was closing my eyes and I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to take all my clothes off and run around the sports hall because this is literally not real. And I did. So, and I literally just was like, this is wild. Like, hey guys, none of y'all are real. And like, yeah. And then I woke up and was like, hello, funny, whatever. So that's the kind of thing. It's not that I would control what happens and I go, oh, now this person's going to spawn in and now this is going to happen. It was more just that I would go, all right, well, I'm going to do this then. You know? It was real. You are in prison right now. Have you ever had a dream that felt real and then what happened in the dream happened in IRL a few months later, a few years later? Okay. Yes and no. So, this is really, really creepy, okay? When I was little, I'm talking like 5, there was a place that we used to drive past all the time. It was like this little like woodland area kind of. And for years, every time we drove past, I'd think, oh, that's where we used to go camping. Like, that's where we used to go camping. And I said it out loud once after a couple of years to my mum. And I was like, oh, like, you know, I said something like, we should go camping again or whatever. And she was like, we've never been camping. Like, what are you talking about? And I was like, yeah, this is the place that we used to always camp at. And she was like, Talia, we have never been camping here. Like, what are you talking about? This is not a thing. And I said to her, and I was like, yes, it is. We used to have, and I described these white chairs, like garden chairs. You know, those in England, you get those like plastic chairs with the slats in, like specifically these white chairs. And I said, yes, we did. And like, throw the kid out. And I was like, and we then left, and I was like, and one of the chairs blew over. And I described this scenario of these chairs where this chair was still up and there was a chair that had fallen. I was like, I have a vivid memory of this moment. This happened. And she was like, no, it didn't. Anyway, a few weeks later, we drive past. There is a chair, the same chair that I described, and a chair on its side the way that I described. Exactly from my memory of how we left the campsite. I honestly, guys, how fucking weird. And I was literally like, but thing is, I was so little that I couldn't really understand that was weird in the sense of like, it was more just, I told you, look, see, the chairs are there. Like, I told you this happened. But obviously in my head, it happened years ago. So the chairs wouldn't still be there. Like, it was honestly just so fucking weird. And now that I can look back at it as an adult, I'm like, if my child said that to me, I would freak the fuck out. Yeah. So like, God knows what, I have no idea what that was. I have no idea. But still to this day, I remember being in that place that I have never stood in apparently with those chairs. And it feels like I did experience it. And I don't know what that was. I don't know why I felt like that. But yeah. Yeah. So weird. What are the chances you got gaslit by your mum? To be fair, who knows? But yeah, there are. I think, yeah, I would just think, oh, it's a memory from like, you know, people say like a past life or whatever. But it's the fact that those chairs then appeared out of nowhere as if that memory hadn't happened yet and someone else experienced it in the lifetime that I existed in, but after the fact that I had the memory. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was so weird. Like a premonition, yeah, but not for myself because I never went there. I never had that experience. But those chairs did appear one day. And it isn't just something I kept into myself, like I spoke about it. So it wasn't just that I went, oh, I thought that. I saw those. Ha, 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 ha. Like I described the chairs. It's like my dream was a memory of someone else's that hadn't happened yet. It was honestly, it's so bizarre. Like it's so bizarre. That was my doorbell. But yeah, like it's, and when I think about that, I'm just like, it was honestly like that memory is so clear to me, but it's not my memory. And it hadn't happened at the time of me. Honestly, fucking weird. Anyway, right, let's talk about this. Marion says, maybe time's not linear. I have said this to everyone I know. I don't feel like I experience time like this. I don't feel like time is linear. And I understand that a day goes past and I get older and people die and they don't see them again. And like, I understand that when you explain that, it's like this, it's on a straight line and you can't go back. But like the way I feel like I experience my personal memories and like my life, I don't feel like my life goes, this memory happened, I leave this memory and I can now access it like this. This is not how I feel like I experience life. I feel like all the things that I've done are still happening. And I don't know how else to describe it. Like, I literally don't know how else to explain it. I just sound like I'm insane. But I've spoken to my friends about this before. Like, I've spoken to my sister about it quite a lot. Because I'm like, I don't feel like I experience time like this. And that's why I love the show The Good Place so much. If you've watched it, you'll understand why I say that. But like, I feel like that's the closest anyone's come to describing how I feel like I experience time. Like the whole Jeremy Bearimy thing. I feel like it literally is just like everything's happening and nothing is happening all at the same time. And everything that's happened is continuing to happen. Everything that hasn't happened yet is already happened. Like, it's just confusing, you know? Because I understand that, like, it feels like we're going forward, but I don't feel like I'm going forward. I feel like I am, I don't know. Maybe I need to read about quantum physics. Maybe it will make me feel a little bit more sane, because I literally... Oh, this is the deepest listening release part I've ever been at. No, it's not. I know. It just feels... I've always said it ever since I was little. I remember at school we learnt about time. Well, we're not learning about time, telling the time and all that. But as in, like, we were speaking about the fact that, like, things cause and effect, and like how things this happens and then this happens because of this, and then, you know, it kind of goes on like this. And I remember just thinking, I don't get it. Like, I literally just don't understand that concept, because that's not how it works, right? But our consciousness is, yeah, I get that. Be a philosopher, not a physicist, your mind would like it more. Yeah, I do get that. Quantum is supposed to be witchcraft. But yeah, and maybe because I had all those experiences as a kid, like, there's also one other memory I had. There was like a déjà vu moment when I must have been in like year 2 or something. Again, vividly, no, I must have been a bit older than that, maybe like year 3 or 4. I vividly remember there was this piece of material. It was like the specific lace pattern it had in it. And as a little kid, before this happened, I always had this memory, vision, whatever you want to call it, of me in a classroom putting on this veil as if I was getting married. And I remember thinking, like, when was that? Like, I know I had that class, but like, I just don't remember, like, who was there? I couldn't remember who was there. And then we had this lesson, we were making stuff with fabric and whatnot, and there was this piece of fabric on the table. I didn't think anything of it. And then I put it on my head, and I remember thinking, oh my God, it's here, it's now, it's happening now. Like, and normally deja vu, I feel like in the moment you go, oh, I feel like I've done this before. But that one, I remember thinking, like, no, this is the memory. I'm doing it now. Like, wait, I thought this had already happened. This is why I couldn't remember where it happened, because I hadn't done it yet. And oh my God. And I know that they say deja vu in children happens way more, and you lose it a little bit as you get older. But like, I just remember thinking, like, wait, this is the moments. Oh my God, it makes sense. It's happening. Like, you know. Anyway, I'm insane. Yeah. Do you believe in an afterlife or the good place? Similar. I honestly don't know. And I'm kind of okay with the idea of like, who knows? It'd be nice. Maybe, unless I'm eternally damned, then maybe not. But who knows? Who bloody knows? Deja vu, yeah. Getting deja vu daily basis is really rare. That's really rare. Even deja vu in adults is quite rare now. Not now, but as an adult, it's quite rare. It's much more common in children. Which is what makes me think. That makes me think there's a little something going on. Because obviously children, if there are past lives, if there are whatever, a child is obviously closer to that experience than an adult is if time is linear in that way, you know? Interesting. But yeah, much more common in children. You need to have these chats more, and I've been so sad. I could talk about this sort of thing all day, every day. You know? But yeah. Never at least 1 or 2 months on 28. Yeah, quite. I mean, I get deja vu a decent amount for an adult. But that feeling of like dread that deja vu gives you, I think that's quite telling. It's literally dread, isn't it? It's like an all-consuming almost sadness. It's not quite sadness, but it's not quite dread. It's somewhere in between of like bittersweet, yeah, of like, oh my God, this is really overwhelming. But it's fascinating. Interesting, Shreya. It's like nostalgia. Yeah, do you guys find nostalgia fun, exciting, or does it cause dread? Or does it cause, like, what does nostalgia cause, like, feeling cause for you? Bit of both. Look at your phone. Oh. Wait, what? Oh. Oh, slay. We've hit 10k streams, guys, on Spotify alone. Fun. Oh, food's here. Oh, hang on. Let me get my food because I'm hungry. I don't have my headphones on. I was like, where are they? I always have my headphones on. What's happening there? Oh. Oh. Headphone thing got clipped. Brilliant. I honestly went like this and I was like my My what's it called? Like, you know, when you're like, oh, something doesn't feel right. I was like, what's going on? Because obviously I went like this and nothing happened. Let me see. Making your own ramen. You're nervous. What are you like? I've made ramen before. It's a process. Why does people not eat on stream like actively avoid it? I think because like it's not cute. No one looks cute when they eat. And like also, especially as a woman, putting something in your mouth online. People love to clip that. Fucking weirdos. But you know what? If me eating a sandwich gets you off, that's the problem with you. It's ham and cheese. Oh, you're fasting? Oh, it's Ramadan. Yeah. Is there a reason in the UK you don't eat proper lunch? You prefer something fast like a sandwich? If I'm not streaming, I have proper lunch. I'm not a sandwich girl, which I know you probably see me eat sandwiches quite a lot on stream, but like, it's like the only thing that I can eat quickly. But I normally, like when I'm home, I'm not streaming, I actually cook for lunch because I'm not actually a sandwich girl. I don't love them. Or if I make a sandwich, it'll be like a ciabatta with like stuff in it rather than just like ham, cheese and bread. Like this doesn't feel like it's got loads in it. Whereas I might put like leaves, like rocket, meats, cheese, season it, like stuff, you know? Or pasta, yeah, for lunch. Pasta's always a good lunch food. A bowl of soup, yum. But like, sandwiches are just easy. But I don't love a sandwich. I'm not a quiche girly, you know? I've not had a homemade one, so I feel like I can't judge it yet. But every quiche I've had, I've always been like, don't love it. Sorry. I'm reading. I'm so bad, Sophie. I do small shops. I don't have it when I blink though. Can't eat anything without a drink. Oh, I'm so bad. I eat everything without a drink. I need to drink more water. I'm really, really bad at drinking water. And I like water. Like, I actually really like it. I just don't think about it. I have really bad, I think it's called interoception. Yeah. I don't have good interoception. So, hunger, thirst, homeostasis. Like, I don't regulate my temperature very well. If I need the toilet, like if I need to pee, I don't know until I'm bursting. I literally don't feel that thing that people say where they go, I could go. What? What do you mean you could? Like, either you need to go or you don't. For me, it's you need the toilet, you don't need the toilet. It's not a spectrum for me. Same with hunger. I say the phrase like, I could eat, but like, that to me means I'm not hungry. But like, sure, I can put food in my body, but like, I'm not hungry. I'm hungry. I'm not hungry. I'm thirsty. I'm not thirsty. So to think about, like, you'll probably see it on stream a lot. I don't eat. I'm hungry. And then it's all I talk about, because my body doesn't build up and go, I kind of need to eat something. I'm starting to get a bit no, I'm hungry. I'm starving. I feel like I've never eaten before. I feel like I've never had a glass of water and I'm parched. But like, I don't have that. It's really common in ADHD and autism to have bad interoception. So it's the signals from your brain to your body. Yeah. What made you go through the ASD assessment? I've always thought it ever since we learnt about autism in school. So it just got to the point where I was like, I should probably just... Oh no, I know what it was. I had therapy. I went to a therapist, a new therapist. This was the thing that triggered me going, I should get the assessment. Because I knew. And I said to her, I went to a club and I had to leave. I thought I was going to have a panic attack, or I did have a panic attack, I don't remember, because of all the lights and the sounds. And she said, what do you think caused that? And I said, I was overstimulated. Like, there was just too much going on. She went, yeah, but why were you overstimulated? And I was like, because I find noises and lights overstimulating. She went, yeah, but what do you think that brought up for you? And I was like, nothing. I don't have any trauma from a club. I don't have any trauma from lights or sounds. And she went, yeah, but, you know, is there a time you can think of in your life where, you know, and I was just like, oh, we are never going to get anywhere. Because if I could just go, yeah, I'm autistic, she'd go, right, that's what causes that. Whereas I can't, if you're not diagnosed in a therapy session, I was like, I can't just say I'm autistic, because she's going to go, and where's the proof? So she was trying to look for a reason. And I was like, I know the reason. I can't do bright lights, can't do loud noises when I don't know what's going on. I was overstimulated. So that's why I was like, I really need to get this diagnosis, because if I'm going to be able to talk to people about things like this, I need to just be able to explain it. So it did help me, yeah. Because also, just to explain to people when I don't know, it just explains things. And like, life still has to go on. I still have to do all these things. I'm not expecting like a free pass. I'm not so far on the spectrum that things are impossible for me. That does exist, but that's not the case for me. So I still have to like get on with certain things that I might find difficult. But like, it just gives people a little insight as to like, this is why that thing really fucked with my head a little bit. And then they're like, oh, cool. Still do the thing, but like, didn't have a good time doing it, you know? Autism and ADHD have a lot in common. And in fact, when I went for the assessment, I said to them, I want to be assessed for ASD. Well, I didn't say ASD. Funny story. I said I want to be assessed for autism. And he said, no, not no, but like with your job, with your position in life, you know, it's unlikely that you have autism. It's just unlikely. It's more likely you've got ADHD. So I'll do an ADHD assessment. And I said, cool, slay, like whatever. I didn't think I had ADHD, but like, never know. He spent 45 seconds talking to me and literally said, yeah, we're just going to move on to the autism assessment. And I was like, okay, yeah. He literally just stopped. After speaking to me, he was like, okay, yeah, this is clear as day. And then the reason I laugh about, because I didn't say ASD, is because at the end he said, you have ASD. Were you doing accents? Andy, stop. He basically said, yeah, so you 100% have ASD. And I literally went, brilliant, not autistic. I was like, fabulous. What the fuck's that? Autism spectrum disorder. Autism spectrum disorder. You are autistic. But I just thought, oh, fascinating. I really thought I was autistic, but I'm not. I'm something else. No, Talia, you are autistic. But yeah, there's a lot of crossover between ADHD and autism. But one of the main things that I don't have that people with ADHD have is I have quite clear thoughts. I don't bounce around thoughts. And I do bounce around sometimes, like you might see on stream, like I'll do something and then I want to do something else, but like it's slightly different. Like it's not super noisy up here. There's not loads of noise at all. She's quite quiet, in fact, guys. It is quite nice and deep. ADHD does not sound super fun. But things like hyperfocus and all that, it comes with both. But yeah, it's quite chill. And when I panic, it's not like, oh my God, there's not a million thoughts going on. It's more just, okay, this is not good, guys. Like, this is how my brain thinks. Like, when I'm in panic, this is what's happening. It's, okay, I'm really not having a good time. I don't really know what to do. Oh, there's a lot of noise happening right now and I'm getting really overstimulated. Like, that's the speed at which my brain is panicking. It's not the same as like, oh my God, what am I doing? There's not a million things going on and there's a video from June 30th of me not realizing I'm being recorded and I was like, fucking hell, you can see my little head going all over the place. It's so funny. Oh, I really want to see that. It's fascinating. And yeah, and it's not that I don't panic. I'll have a panic attack. But like, there's just, let me look, what main differences between ADHD and autism, because they are quite hard to diagnose separately. Like, they are very similar. And I'm very impulsive, which is very common of ADHD. Repetitive is, it's me all over. So social interaction. Individuals with ADHD often crave social interaction, but may struggle with interrupting or impulsivity. So I do not crave social interaction. Simply do not. Obviously, take everything with a pinch of salt. It's also different in women. Autistic individuals find social cues difficult to read, feel overwhelmed by social demands, or prefer solitude. I also didn't realise I found social cues difficult to read. I thought I was really good at it. Like, I thought I was really good at it. And I only realised genuinely when I sent a TikTok. It's literally a TikTok. I sent it to the group, like my group of friends. And I was like, guys, am I being gaslit because I got every single one of these wrong? And it was facial expressions and it was which one's happy, which one's angry, and they were subtle. But in my head, I was like, and everyone in the comments was getting it right. And I was getting them wrong. And I was like, I'm genuinely baffled here. And I sent it to them. I was like, am I being gaslit? Like, this is really, like, this isn't accurate, right? Like, this isn't accurate. And they're like, no, it is. Like, I got all of them right. Genuinely, still to this day, I cannot fathom that I am perhaps reading people wrong. I was so confident in my ability to see people and understand what they are feeling without speaking to them. And like, I think because I do notice some things that other people don't, but it's not a facial expression. It's normally like a tone change or something like, I guess, which is probably somewhat musical. Or like a body language change, because I read so much into body language as a kid because I realized that I was doing things wrong and like I was stopping people from talking to me and I didn't want that. So I read article on like body language and how to make yourself look like you're friendly and how to make yourself look like you're open. I've spoken about this. You remember things about people really well. Do I? I think I'm really self-aware, and I think there's things I'm good at I don't know I'm good at. There's things I'm really bad at that I think I'm good at. So maybe I'm not. You actually do. You do? Wait, how do you guys know this? You remembered my mum's name after hearing it once. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. That's the autism, no? Yeah. Yeah, true. I mean, I guess my memory is decent. And just like things people like. What if you lost some unreleased music? You remembered about me telling you about my uni months later? I suppose. I don't know. I just didn't. I suppose it's, I guess, facts. I love a fact. Because, Torin, you came to the pop-up, right? And you showed me the thing on your phone about being one of my top listeners. Your brain stores cute facts about people. I suppose it does, actually. I've never really thought about that. Okay, fun. That's fine. Interesting. Anyway, focus and attention. ADHD is marked by inconsistent, short-lived attention, often leading to distraction. So I do get distracted quite easily. That's something I do relate to. However, conversely, autism is characterized by intense, deep focus on specific special interest for long periods. So normally my distraction is absolutely within a topic, though. So I do get distracted and I do feel that, but it's normally within an umbrella of a topic of interest, yeah. So kind of understand that. Those with autism often prefer and are comforted by strict routines and predictability. Those with ADHD tend to crave novelty and can become bored quickly with repetitive tasks. Yeah, see, I like a repetitive task. I would say I'm quite impulsive, but I guess there are situations where like I am rigid on what I do. Not what I do, but like when I don't know the best way to describe it. I think I do both. I was diagnosed with ADHD, but the autism assessment is so intense, I felt like I didn't have the capacity to deal with it right now. That's the ADHD. Might buy a new PC. Yeah, so yeah, that's, for instance, yeah. In my head, I have a plan of when I'm getting a new PC. My PC is failing and I'm not getting a new one because I'm like, but this is not what I planned. Interesting. Did they make you read the frog book in your assessment? No. What's that? Interesting. I don't know what that is. That's for children, I believe. Right. I also get Frog Book. Oh, don't think so. No, I definitely didn't. Okay, differences. Behavioral patterns. ADHD involves restlessness and impulsive actions. Autism is often associated with repetitive stimming behavior such as hand flapping or lining up objects. That's me. Lining up objects is so funny because like I get really funny about the shopping. I don't think I do have ADHD, Bog. They said I didn't. I don't think I do. I don't think I do. I think it's just autism. I don't think I'm restlessness. I don't experience impulsive actions. Sure, but stimming famously, famously I do. But the impulsivity is blind confidence. Yeah. I just feel like nothing ever is going to go wrong. So I'm just like, why not just go and do this? Oh my God, these pants are squeaking so much. It's annoying. Anyway, difference between communication. ADHD can involve fast-paced, interrupting speech. Autistic individuals may experience speech delays or have a unique, literal, or monotone communication style. I think I'm not... I'm very literal, however. I have a very fast-paced speech pattern. What's it called when you're not allowed to wear eyes because you can't resist squeezing them, accidentally smashing them? That, I think, would be ADHD. I think you got a bit of both. Andy, you're diagnosed ADHD, aren't you? But as someone who is diagnosed autistic, I feel confident saying you are on the spectrum. I mean, it's a spectrum. Most people are probably going to fall somewhere on it, you know? I just have to squeeze it. It's like there's a video. Andy, Simon shows everyone this video. It's so embarrassing. Squishmallows. Seen the video of me with a squishmallow? I bite it and I pull it. You've been diagnosed, really? Yeah. Like 5 years ago now. And baubles. I do get that, Andy. Like, I want to squeeze it. I get it with eggs as well. I want to just squeeze them as hard as I can. But, yeah, bite. I have to bite it. Like a chew toy, yeah. I had a box of chew toys as an adult. I don't even want to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it because, yeah, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I literally bought things to chew. And it turns out they're sensory toys for people with autism. Turns out later. I literally bought a box of them because I constantly want to bite something. I want to chew on something, like specifically something that is not hard to the point of like it being like plastic, no. But like, what do I want to chew? Like this. Oh yeah, this would be great to chew. This. Like, I want to bite this. You know? It's giving Lilo. Yeah. Oh, the swings look so good, don't they? But yeah. Like we've seen you resist biting someone's dream. Yeah. And the reason I got rid of them, like the things to chew, is because of my jaw condition. I really shouldn't be doing that. But I desperately want to. It will stimulate your brain and help you to relax. It's neither. It doesn't help me it doesn't stimulate my brain. It doesn't relax me. It just sates my impulse. It's an impulse. Like I can't explain it. It's like tics. I grew up with tics. I've grown out of most of them now. Every now and again, they start to creep back in. I have to really, really try hard. But it's kind of like a tic, I guess, because I have to do it. And when I point out the fact that I used to have tics, people often then go, oh, that's when you do this thing. That's a tic. And it's like, yeah, cool. Yeah, the jaw condition I still need surgery for. Yeah. Oh, you love rules. I do love rules. I do love rules. Thoroughly. Yeah, it did pop out. That was not fun. Verbally sim a lot as well. I hated I picked up 6-7. Oh, yeah. It's a running joke with like Jelly and... It's me, Jelly and Simon. We play this game. And like there's certain things that happen in the game that trigger me to say something. And I have no control over it. I will just say it. And it's like sometimes she'll do it to trigger me to say it because she's like, it's funny. And I can't not. And if I try and not, it will just come out. Like I will. And I'm like, no, I have to say it. Oh, I just hated being pregnant. It was the worst thing. What was your mum's reaction to your diagnosis? She was like, yeah, that sounds about right. She even, as a kid, never thought that I had autism, because back then especially, it was either people just thought autism is non-verbal, non-communicative. Like it was these rigid set of like extreme rules of like, you have to tick all these boxes and you have to tick these boxes to the extreme. It was never considered. But as I got older and as people spoke about it more, and I sort of spoke to her a bit about it, and she like read part of the autism assessment was my parents had to fill out forms about my childhood. And she was like, yeah, this is literally, you did all of this, like a lot. And she was like, now as an adult, she was like, I know. I don't know how I didn't see it when you were a child. Like, I was so rigid on rules and following rules and like, and justice. It wasn't just rules, it was justice. It was right and wrong. Like, I was exactly the same. Yeah. Because it's like, you look back and it's like, how did I not? Like, she was like, even as a baby, like when I started weaning, she was like, I hated having my hands dirty. I hated it. Like, what 8-month-old doesn't like cares about food on their hands? Like, it's just not, that's just not standard. So she was like, things like that she looks back at, or like if there was a repetitive noise, I'd get so angry and so upset because like it was really overwhelming to me. I didn't like hugging people. I didn't want to touch people. Yeah. Do you still need to wash your hands every 2 seconds while cooking? Yeah. Yeah. So for instance, if I'm doing like breaded chicken, most people would bread all the chicken and then wash their hands. I will bread 3 pieces, wash my hands. Bread 3 pieces, wash my hands. I can't not. Like, I physically, I feel like I'm going to die if I don't. And it's not about cleanliness. It's not about being clean and like germs. It's not like, I'm not germophobic. No, it's nothing to do with germs. It's just the feeling on my hands. Like, I hate it. It's the sensory. Yeah. Yeah. You know? Most people who have around me, I think misdiagnosed or have ADHD. They are often misdiagnosed because they are they have a lot in common. ADHD, and also if you're, I mean, maybe you conform to neither, but whether you are a man or a woman also changes how you're diagnosed, because every symptom that is spoken about, the studies were done on men, especially in ADHD. Most women don't, what's the word? Show? There's a better word. No, I need to find this word. Present, I guess. Don't present as hyperactive. So because it's known as the attention deficit disorder, like hyperactive and like, oh my God, they're bouncing around the walls. People are like, well, you don't have ADHD because you're not hyperactive. And it's like, well, that's not actually how it works. I'm a woman. Yeah. So it does make it harder to be diagnosed. Something like 80%, I spoke about it in the podcast I did. 80%, I think, is of women are diagnosed after 18, which is mental. I do have very sensitive hearing. Yes, indeed. Oh my gosh, make sure I'm not missing anything. I was 20, I was 27, I was 19. Yeah, I was 21. No, was it in 2021? I don't know. I was over 18. She hit it every single assessment, yeah. Well, I mean, so I was diagnosed as dyslexic as a teenager. But looking back now, I don't think I'm dyslexic. I think it was autism that was misdiagnosed as dyslexia. And it's like, they don't even seem like they're similar. But looking back now at the assessment I did and what my results were, it screamed autism. And it can be, it also look like dyslexia, but now I just don't think it is. Oh my God, I thought you were saying I was a genius, Paul, and I was like, what are you talking about? Oh, genius. Yeah, got you. I do need to do a lyric breakdown. Oh, that's really interesting, Heart. I wouldn't lie to you. I did think, I was like, it feels not right. I'm right here, just the doctor said I got average hearing. I was just being naughty and choosing to not adults. Yeah. That's the thing. I think it's like, it's not that you don't hear, it's that you don't process. And you've got to like fight the urge. It's not easy, but you know, you do get better at it. Dancing in Spanish makes so much sense. That one YouTube video. Oh, I never thought about that. But yeah, I did not understand that. I did not. Yeah. Do you know what? It wasn't even relieving. It was just like, oh, thank God. I don't know. That's relief, Talia. Yes, it was, is the answer to that. It is just kind of like, I think it was, the reason I'm like, it wasn't relieving is because it's like, it was too far gone to be relieving. It was just like, it was thank God, but it was like, all right, about fucking time, like Jesus Christ. It wasn't like, oh, thank God. Like, you know? She loved normally at 100%. It wasn't relief, it was just relief. You get it? There's nuance. I'm not a crier. Did you? I mean, do you know what? I will say, I think it depends on how it affects your life and how people have perceived you and speak to you as to whether the diagnosis feels like that. Because I think when you're, especially in ADHD, and specifically ADHD in boys as well, you're constantly told, like, you don't try hard enough, you don't stick anything out, you're lazy, you can't do this, you never listen, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, hang on a minute, I'm not doing all these things. Like you're completely misunderstanding me. And then you start to believe them. And then once you get told, oh, actually your brain's just wired differently, you can do all these things, you just have to approach it slightly differently. It's probably quite relieving to be like, oh my God, I'm not insane. My brain is working differently to everyone else's. That's more, I think, what it is. Whereas I had masked for so long that I was like, cool, nothing changes now because I've been doing all these things. So now I just have a piece of paper to be like, yeah, by the way, guys, please don't touch me. 40, yeah. Mental. I mean, my granddad was undiagnosed, but like there has never been anything clearer in my life than him being autistic. Like he was textbook autism, and he was undiagnosed, and he died at 60, in his late 60s, mid 60s. He was 100%. Like there is no part of me ever that would think that he wasn't. And he made it that whole time without being diagnosed. It's just, if your parents aren't thinking about it, especially back then, it wasn't a thing. So it's kind of like, well, yeah, literally that's like my granddad. He had a coin collection. He studied chess intently. He counted the seconds of how long it took for the traffic lights to turn green. I say as someone who knew it was 8 paces across my road to get the green light. But, you know, famously autistic. Yeah. 100% Zaman, yeah. 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 I could tell you the number on all of the traffic lights locally to me. Like there's a number on traffic lights, like a number that's put on them. There's only 2, like it's like 18, 15, whatever. But if you took me to, there's a specific like roundabout. If you took me there, I could tell you what every single one of those traffic lights is. So yeah. Numbers have always been something that I have been like, I'm gagging for this music video. Oh my God, of course you've not seen it. I hope you love it. Okay, ADHD. Ever since I was a kid, I used to just memorize patterns and numbers. Like that was one thing that Mum was like, you did that all the time. I'd sit and just memorize an order of a deck of cards. Like I would just sit and do that as an activity. I'd be like, Mum, like shuffle them, give me 10 minutes, come back in, test me. And I'd reel like Queen of Hearts, five of spades, 6 of spades, and then this. And I would do the whole deck of cards. For what reason? I actually at one point wanted to compete in the memory. There's like a memory competition, like a championship for decks of cards. And I think it goes up, I think it's 4 mixed decks. So I was like, I got to a point where I was like, oh, I need to practice so that I can get better and I can compete. Loser. I used to memorize books. It's funny you say that. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. Hungry caterpillar. Next up, the accent competition. Did you ever organise things in your house impulsively? As a grown-up, randomly, I would, yeah. The way you could just reel that off. No, I told you, yeah. Oh, unwell. Ugh. Is it meant to smell like that? Oh. Oh, I'm really sorry, guys. Someone just messaged me something that is quite sad. Ooh, dear. It's literally nothing to do with me. Anyway, moving on. How are we all? Honestly, it's literally nothing to do with me. Music videos out in 4 hours. Yes, fun. Anyway. Okay, so yeah, music videos out in 4 hours. What time is it? Oh my god. I really hope you guys love the music video. Well, I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Anyway. Thanks, Rawada. I'm really excited for you guys to see the video. Like, I'm really excited for you to see it. I think it's oh no. Ugh. I might need to just come off stream, guys, because I think this is God, empathy fucking sucks, man. It's literally not even, it's nothing to do with me. Anyway, okay, I'm going to come off because I'm not going to deal with this well. I know I'm not. Anyway, enjoy the music video. Keep streaming the song. I love you all. Fuck's sake, Talia. Let's raid Meg. Meg sounds like egg. Oh. All right, I'm gonna send you guys over. I love you all.
So sorry, Ben. Catch ya.
Have fun with Meg, and I will see you in the chat for my music video at 4. Woo!